The entire population's online activity is monitored, recorded, and stored permanently. It is impossible to erase anything you do online. In recent years, computer memory has become so cheap that it is very easy and affordable for these records to be stored permanently and can be monitored both now and in the future. Fusion centers have access to vast numbers of separate databases and fuse the data collected from these various sources together, creating detailed, in-depth personal profiles of each and every person. Needless to say, people's online activities make up a large part of their Fusion Center profiles, and every mouse click and every key you type is recorded. In fact, Google now records images and audio also from your computer's built-in webcam and microphone. A brief look at history shows us that power frequently falls into the wrong hands. If this was to happen again tomorrow, it would be easier than ever for those in power to identify and persecute any desired demographic of the population, using databases like Facebook. In fact, you may have already aroused suspicion on your own personal Fusion Center profile. Signing your name to an anti-war petition, joining peace activist groups, voting for a political candidate outside the Republican and Democratic parties, and watching conspiracy videos on YouTube like this one are just a few activities that can put your name on a CIA watch list, highlighting your profile as a potential dissident. The safest solution by far would be to close your Facebook account and avoid social networks and online databases altogether. However, if you are not prepared to close your account and still want to enjoy some of the things Facebook has to offer, the next best tactic would be to post disinformation throughout your Facebook account. Posting disinformation takes very little effort and is a highly effective strategy to throw a spanner in the works of online surveillance, putting everything you've ever posted online into question. Only you know what is real and what is made up. Let's look at some specific areas within Facebook where you can post disinformation. When viewed together, these two pieces of information are most useful in identifying a person. At least change your last name and add a fictitious middle name, but ideally create a new name altogether. Choosing a common name like Jonathan Smith will make you much harder to find than choosing an unusual name. Change the year you were born and, ideally, change the month and day also. Post disinformation throughout your Facebook profile. Current city, hometown, languages you speak, where you work, your education. Each parameter is an opportunity to disinform the system and make your Fusion Center database profile blurry by mixing fact with fiction. Do not list your family connections on Facebook. Instead, create fictional family ties to one or more of your non-related friends. The good old days of tagging people's faces are over. Instead, apply the same principle of disinformation to Facebook photo albums. Disinform the facial recognition software by tagging person 1 as person 2 and tagging person 2 as person 1. Tagging yourself regularly as other people within photos will make it difficult, if not impossible, for facial recognition to know which face is the real you. Make note of any email accounts, YouTube accounts, Twitter, MySpace, and SoundCloud accounts linked to your Facebook profile. These can give away your true identity, so either delink these or copy the same disinformation to these accounts also. Facebook is very keen to know your phone number, supposedly for your account's security, but realistically so that surveillance can verify your cell phone number and link it to your Fusion Center profile, tracking your location and recording and storing every call and text message you ever send. When Facebook asks for your number, either leave the section blank or post a made-up phone number which you will not be able to verify. Never communicate private information over the phone. Be wary of joining groups on Facebook, especially political groups. These groups can be used as a quick way to identify any desired demographic, as well as potential dissidents. You can even go one step further by setting up a new, genuine Facebook account under your real name and your real date of birth. You will barely use this account. It's simply there to be the first and most likely Facebook account that can be linked to your Fusion Center profile. Make sure this account has nothing negative and post some photos of yourself giving money to charity. The process of disinformation can be applied to all activity online, including Google, YouTube, email, Twitter, phone calls, and text messages. As with Facebook, the safest solution is to avoid using these technologies altogether. But if you're not prepared to give these up, the next best thing is to post disinformation on a regular basis and question what your online activity could say about you. Using this technique in less than 5 minutes, you can make yourself significantly hard to find.